What is going on YouTube? This is ANCAP24 and we are back with another play out of the gun tray open. This is Friday and you may have already seen that we had another video that was downloaded this morning. It was actually yesterday's video. For some reason we had some technical difficulties that our video just vanished. I'm not sure what happened. It was posted for about an hour or two and then just got deleted, and basically we didn't realize it until we saw it this morning and we got it back up. So this will be a 2-video day. If you guys failed to see yesterday's video, make sure you see it. We're going to make sure that it's at the end of the video suggestions to make sure you've got another play to look at, and we want to make sure we got that up for you. Today's video, we're going to be looking at the play called Clear Out. Now, I was kind of debating back and forth to see, do I really want to do this play because it's something that people use in the community already, something that, is kind of a little bit popular. But after thinking about it, not everybody knows, what is popular in the community, so we want to make sure that all viewers have that opportunity. But at the end of the day, this play is basically the engine that makes this formation go. It's found in a lot of playbooks. It's got the highest demand on your defense to make them adjust, and it really is the play that goes ahead and allows you to really depict what you want on offense. So I'm going to go ahead and take, the dive and making sure that you know how to run it and showing you how, what your reads are, and really just help the community in itself if they haven't seen this play yet. So let's go ahead and take a look. So the first thing, let's go ahead and look at these routes. If you look at the C route over here on the left-hand side run by the X receiver, it is one of those glitchy C routes. It's the PA post out of Gun Bunch Weak, inside cross, corner strike. There's a lot of plays that are in other playbooks as well that know that this, with a 91 route runner, really gives a lot of people some headaches. It really forces them to have to adjust in order to stop it, especially when you're playing against cover 2. Because of that, and you show early in the game that that is something that you have, you're going to have the ability to kind of depict what kind of defenses that they run, which if you go ahead and dissect how are they going to stop the C route, it's really going to help you use the rest of your formation scheme to your benefit. Now, when you go against bunch, there's certain, routes that people know and they try to defend it a certain way. Not a lot of people know tray open. Tray open is kind of one of those deals that, especially in this book and in a lot of other books that have a lot of these plays that we're going to be showing you in the guide, they don't exactly, it's not a formation that people know like the back of their hand, that, okay, if this guy does this, then I know that this is the 3 popular setups for that. They're going to be kind of at a loss of trying to figure you out while still trying to stop the C route. That's why this play really makes this formation grow. So the first type of setup that we're going to run with this is just basically as is, block your running back, okay? The reason why you would do this is that you've got the A on a really nice seam route that basically will beat cover 2 if they really don't do a whole lot of adjustments to putting somebody in a deep low. So giving that threat, it's going to be a nice opportunity for you, while you have this really nice speed in by the B, and then you've got this dig route by the RB that kind of does like a high-low with the B. Okay, most of the time if you're playing against a cover 2 player, what you're going to see is that you really don't get to those routes unless they start making any adjustments. The X is going to be a really nice easy throw on the break. You've seen this 100 times when it comes to PA posts. And having to defend gun bunch, you know that this left route is going to be a headache, right? It's a headache. Okay, it's something that, people have their own methods of trying to stop it, whether, they try to go to soft squats, whether they try to go high-low with cloud flat, hard flat, whether they try to do, hard flat from the free safety. There are a lot of different ways that people try to adjust to that route. But the thing is that whatever they adjust to it, we're going to be able to utilize that for future plays in order to kind of work in schemes, right? So that's basically the first way. Another way I like to run it is literally just put the A on a drag and leave it like that. That's going to create a nice high-low when it comes to the X and the A if people start going to hard flats. The hard flat will get pulled down, and you're going to have a nice opportunity to do it. Now, we're still on cover 2, but you're going to see that even if they leave their player in cover 2, With that A on the drag, you're still going to get that ability to kind of have that glitchy C route. That's not going to take away from it. You're going to have that success. Now, a lot of people like to do the drag where it comes from the C route side and then comes back. And all you got to do in this point is, if you do that, all you're doing is you're doing the mesh concept from left to right. And this is going to be a nice opportunity for you as well, just because of the fact that you're going to have those guys crisscross, but you're still going to have that X when you're going against cover 2. You're going to see that that's going to be kind of the another way. So those are the 3 ways I like to run it. Basically, block your running back each time. Either put the run it as is with the A in the seam, or put him on a drag, run into left, or put him on the drag and motion him and make him run back to the right. Those are the best ways that I find is going to work. Cover 2 is going to be one of those, like I mentioned, that the X route is going to really be your main target unless they decide to start making some adjustments. Now let's go ahead and switch gears to cover 3. Okay, now cover 3, what you're going to start seeing is, people doing your cloud flats from the top, right? That will help stop this, especially if you got a really nice cloud flat player or a really tall free safety, something on the top over there. But again, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this, and we're going to, depending on which setup we have, we'll start off with the A and the X and the high-low, right? A goes underneath, the X takes that player away, just throw it to that player, and you're going to have some easy yards, okay? So you can either try to force it into the C route, or you can just take the underneath route. To me, when I'm looking at that, I'm saying, you know what? Just give myself that 5 yards. Let's play another down. Now, if I'm doing it a different way to where I'm moving this guy over, I'm putting him on the drag and putting him crisscross, now you basically have a nice mesh concept with the B and the A, and you still have the ability to kind of throw it to this X receiver on its break, and you can see that you kind of throw it over there. Like I said, you can test that player if you want, but for the most part, you want to make sure that if you see cloud flats, you're going to have that ability to kind of work it in between the B and the A as they go across, or if they overcommit to one of these drags, you always got this RB kind of coming through. So the A comes underneath like this. Okay, we'll throw it to him, and you're going to see how you're going to get that easy yards on that side as well. So with a cover 3 cloud flat concept, it's going to be a little bit tough for them to cover all these routes just because of the way that we're just picking our poison, right? So if we motion that guy over, if they try to stay on that drag, then you've got the inside player right here, speed in, or you've got that player that's coming, across. Like if they were to stay with that player across, then we would have that RB that's coming to the middle. It's just kind of one of those that's just really tough to stop altogether. Now let's get back to the cover 3, and let's do cover 3 hard flat. Now cover 3 hard flat, again, depending on which setup you've got, but you've always got this A coming across. Now you're waiting for this X. The guy comes down. You're throwing that guy on the sidelines, right? So you're really trying to figure out at what point do you get them to, try to find the right combination. And that's the thing. People can find some stuff out there. Don't get me wrong. There are ways to stop the C route. But at the same time, you need to test that knowledge of your player. And if they're concentrating their entire time on stopping the C route, now what you're going to end up doing, you're going to open up the speed option. You're going to end up opening up some of the other plays that you're going to see in the guide as we break them down. A lot of cloud flat beaters, a lot of hard flat beaters. If they're putting so many allocation of people to the left side of the field, you got to see that we've got numbers to the right. So if they want to continue to try to put more people to stop one route on the left side, then that's going to be a bonus thing for us. We can run a lot of flood concepts and a lot of different things to the right side of the field and try to make them decide what they want to do from here. So that's basically how you're really looking at this. I really like this B route as well. Say if I leave the A on the route that he's doing in the seam, you can definitely hit this B route on its break right here. What that seam does, it really clears out the defenders, as you can see here. By clearing them out, you're going to see that how he takes them up the field. You can be able to take your eyes. As soon as this guy makes that speed in, you want to throw it as he passes that one defender underneath that one, and you're really going to have an easy 5 to 6 yards. When people start looking at the left side of the field to, figure out, is this play the C route play or not? A lot of times I already got this ball out of my hand, throw it to this player, and you have some good success. That's one good way of making sure that that A route stays on that. that type of setup in order to make sure that you've got a really nice, quick hot route per se, especially if they're blitzing. People are going to start throwing pressure at you, cover 3, crossfire blitzes. They're going to leave that middle pretty open. And by doing so, that B does have a nice opportunity for you, especially, even if you put it like this to where the guy's on a drag. The drag's going to be the first player anybody's going to take. Because if you're in a cover 3 type situation where, say they're doing something like this, I'm just going to show it like this, where they're blitzing 2 guys from the outsides, that hook curl is going to be your user player. Say they're trying to send a lot, they're going to take that A as it comes across. Now we're going to throw it to the B. So they really can't go both sides if they're leaving themselves with just one player in the middle to defend. That's why this is a really nice, quick hitting play for you that you're going to be able to utilize. So that's really why I like this play. It's something that, like I said, has been out in the community as far as knowing that C route is one of those glitchy routes. Anytime you've got a route that does demand a little bit more attention, people are going to use it a little bit more. But I just want to kind of show you how I like to use it and in the different ways that we are able to use it in order to get the most success possible and have some fun with this play. I want to say thank you for everybody that has watched this video all the way to the end. We do appreciate your support. If you got something useful out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. It does really help us grow our channel. If you're new to our channel and haven't seen one of the videos that are on your screen right now, go ahead and check it out for some great Madden content. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.